Excellencies, dear friends, I must start by apologizing. The women and girls of Afghanistan face a deep crisis of gender-based discrimination and oppression. The new law, enacted last month, formalized the systematic erasure of women and girls from public life. Afghan women and girls are largely confined to their homes, with no freedom of movement and almost no access to education or work.
Secretary General, we deeply appreciate.
Extreme gender-based discrimination is not only a systematic abuse of women and girls and the violation of human rights conventions and laws. It is a self-harm on a national scale. It completely undermines the de facto authority's stated objective of economic self-reliance. Educating girls is one of the fastest ways to kickstart economic development and improve the health, well-being and prosperity of communities and entire societies.
Excellencies, ladies and
Without educated women, without women in employment, including in leadership roles, and without recognizing the rights and freedoms of one half of its population, Afghanistan will never take its rightful place on the global stage. Countries and organizations around the world, including the Organization of Islamic Cooperation, have called strongly for respect for the fundamental rights of Afghan girls and women. I join them in demanding that the de facto authorities remove all discriminatory restrictions against women and girls immediately and reopen schools and universities to girls beyond grade 6.
The way that this culture, this society has been upended is a cautionary tale for the rest of the world. In the 70s, most of the civil servants were women, over half the teachers, doctors. There were women jurists, lawyers, in every profession. And then the world upended. And today, in Kabul, a female cat has more freedoms than a woman. A cat may go sit on her front stoop and feel the sun on her face. She may chase a squirrel into the park. A squirrel has more rights than a girl in Afghanistan today because the public parks have been closed to women and girls by the Taliban. A bird may sing in Kabul, but a girl may not, and a woman may not in public. This is extraordinary. This is a suppression of the natural law.
human rights. We also want you to reach directly. It's a government of Taliban, by Taliban, for Taliban in Afghanistan. Nobody else is part of that. So it's not only women who are affected, it's the men who are affected. We are a bit disappointed for the fact that men do not stand to the extent that they should in our support. But it's a very difficult situation, and there are unrest, extrajudiciary killing, arbitrary detention of people, people are enforced disappeared. So we understand the situation, but I think those fathers, those brothers, and those husbands who were coming to us as their representative in the last 20 years, we want to see them now in solidarity, in action. We want them to help us reclaim our country.
This fight is not only Afghan women's fight. This should be a global fight against terrorism, against extremism. Because nowadays, in Afghanistan, the level of extremism that's growing up, it will not remain only for Afghanistan, but it will go to the neighboring countries and also to the world. So this is a joint effort and joint responsibility, and it should be a joint fight.